Hey guys, this is Gavin and I'm back with another video, and this time it is the top 25 albums of 2021, and this is just my personal favorites and just like the ones that I connected with throughout the year. And I'm just gonna go through some honorable mentions first here. We have Van Weezer by Weezer, obviously. Exodus by DMX, a great rap album. Cavalcade by Black Midi. The Off Season by J. Cole, and then Montero by Lil Nas. These are all great albums that I just couldn't fit on there, but needed recognition for how good they were. Now, I'm gonna speed through the top 25. I'm just gonna start explaining them after that. I just want this video, to be as quick as possible. So 25 is Let the Bad Times Roll by The Offspring. Fighting Demons by Juice WRLD comes in at 24. 23 is If I Can't Have Love, I Want Power by Halsey. 22 is The Good Times and the Bad Ones by Why Don't We? Probably the first album that I really liked this year. 21 is Blue Weekend by Wolf Alice. 20 is Mama's Boy by Lainey. 19 is Greatest Hits by Waterpark. 18 is Roadrunner by Brockhampton. 17 is Clouds the Mixtape by NF. 16 is Equals by Ed Sheeran. And 15 is OK Human by Weezer. 14, Starcrossed by Casey Musgraves. 13 is GGXXBB by Lainey, which means Lainey is the third artist to have double albums in the top 20 for an end year list for me, actually. And it's been 3 years in a row, actually. So the first one was 2019 with a band called Foils with Everything Will Not Be Saved Part 1 and Part 2 were both in my top 20. Then last year, 2020, was Taylor Swift with Folklore and Evermore. Now Lainey with GGXXBB and Mama's Boy. Justice by Justin Bieber at 12. And then I never thought Justin Bieber would make a good album, 11 is Trauma Factory by Nothing Nowhere. I really love this album, and it just really connected with me because I didn't expect, a guy I've never heard to make an album like this, especially a song like Fake Friend on there too. But getting into the top 10, we're going to really explain this and kind of die it down here. But at number 10 is Pressure Machine by The Killers. The Killers really came back off on this album and really pulled off something I never thought they would pull off, and it's really one of their best albums. Probably definitely top 5 of The Killers albums for sure. It's got songs like Runaway Horses with the beautiful Phoebe Bridgers. It's got Quiet Town. The guitar solo on Cody is insane. It has some pop vibes. It has some Sam's Town vibes. It has some Bruce Springsteen vibes. So it really brings all these influences and these old kind of vibes that the Killers used to have into one album, and it's so great. I love it, and it's definitely top 10 worthy. At number 9 is Call Me If You Get Lost by Tyler, the Creator, my personal favorite rap album of the year. You get songs like What's Your Name, Lumberjack, Run It Up has really grown on me, Manifesto is always a classic there. You got Sweet, You Should Call Me Sugar. I've always loved Tyler, the Creator. Go back to Flower Boy, go back to Igor, which is one of my top 20 albums of all time. And then Call Me If You Get Lost is definitely up there, my favorite rap album of the year, and it definitely deserves to be in the top 10 of this year. Number 8 is XOXO from Love and Anxiety by The Maine. Now this album, as soon as the song Sticky came out, and they had a 3-year hiatus, I was excited already because I had just got into The Maine, and the American Candy had become one of my all-time favorite albums, and they were like, oh yeah, we're going to drop a new song, and I had Sticky on repeat. If you look at my Spotify Wrapped, it is one of my most streamed songs of the year, and it is such a great song. And then they started releasing more singles after that, like April 7th, and then Pretender, and then the album released, and I was just shocked, like to my heart. I didn't think The Maine could pull off an album like this. Best work to date, and it's beautiful, and yeah, I love it. I loved it. 7 is An Evening with Silk Sonic by, well, Silk Sonic, Anderson .Paak, Bruno Mars, the duo we never know we needed. So they started at the beginning of this year releasing Leave the Door Open, which is one of my favorite songs. It'll be on my end year list for songs as well. And just kind of the vibe that they throw off on this with like the jazz kind of like slow pop that they kind of give you. And then Fly As Me gives me like some Outkast, Andre 3000 vibes. And it just goes through the whole year of just like them being like, oh yeah, we're gonna release it? Nah, we're not gonna release it. And they're like, actually, no, yeah, we're gonna release it. Everybody else released the album, why not drop it? So Silk Sonic really did super good and pulled in the 30-minute album, I think it is. And it is so good, short and sweet, 9 tracks, amazing. But number 6 is When Facing the Things We Turn Away From by Luke Hemmings. Now, this is the best 5 Seconds of Summer album, and it's the lead singer of Five Sauce. doing it by himself, no other bandmates, and he just puts this lyrical song, like, mashup production all beautifully together. You get songs like Starting Line, Motion, Mom, that made me cry. You got Coming Home, Coming Down. It's such a great album, and when you put it together, I did not expect Luke Hemmings to come out with an album this year, let alone one of the best albums of the year. So, and heading into the top 5 is This Is How the World Ends by Bad Flower, and this song, or this album, really hit me as it came out. So, I love their Okay I'm Sick. This was top 5 for 2019, and Promise Me is like one of my favorite songs of all time as well. So, I've always loved Bad Flower, and they released the song Family earlier in, like, I think it was like June or July of 2021 of this year, and I was obsessed with it, you know. I was like, holy crap, this is a good song, dude, you know. And it got very extreme, and they released F-Boy, Johnny Wants to Fight, Don't Hate Me as singles, and I was excited for this new album. And then the album came out, and that first song, Adolescent Love, hit me so hard. And I was so confused for a little bit, but then I realized how beautiful that song was when they started off with an acoustic song. And then they go right into F-Boy, which comes off with this punk track. And then you got songs like Machine Gun, which is like the most powerful song I've ever heard, at least this year. It's crazy. You got Tethered, another powerful song. You got She Knows, which is a cute little love song. So the whole album is just amazing, and it shocked me to my heart that Bad Flower would release an album this good, yo. And that's why it's number 5, is just because of how shocking it was. Number 4 is Happier Than Ever by Billie Eilish, though. This album is so beautifully perfect. This is so close to a 10, but it's just a little nitpick on the auto-tune voice in NPD or NFD, you know what I mean. But but that doesn't stop the whole album from being a masterpiece. You got her best lyrics on here. You got Phineas's, and her production is beautiful. And I mean, you have a freaking rock song. Like, who the heck knew Billie Eilish was gonna release a rock song, and then that would go number 1 on Billboard? I didn't. But you also got songs like Oxytocin, Getting Older, which is talking about all the pressure weighing in on you while you're getting older and all the stuff that you have to do. It really connected me going into my senior year. It's great album, dude. This Billie Eilish really pulls off her best work. And at number 3 is Adele's 30. This album is gonna be iconic to a lot of people, especially me. This album really hit the nail on the head because she dropped Easy on Me in, like, I think it was October, like early October. And I was so excited because I was like, Adele's back. It's been 6 years and we haven't had an Adele album. And she finally comes back. She's like, alright, literally everybody in the world dropped an album this year. Why not drop an album? Probably her best song ever, Easy on Me. One of my favorite songs as well. And then she doesn't drop another single. She drops an album. Has beautiful songs like Hold On Me, I Drink Alone, You Give Me Strangers by Nature, a great one. Cry Your Heart Out with the very weird vocals, but I loved it. Can I Get It is another good one. Oh my god. Every song off this album is so good. To Be Loved is one of the best closers of the year for an album, and it's just a great album, and I love that Adele came back, and I'm in love with this album. It's probably her best. At number 2, though, is Scaled and Icy by 21 Pilots. Now, this is another perfect album that I've had on repeat, and I've just had so many memories with it from listening to the first time with my best friend who's, like, obsessed with 21 Pilots, and then getting, like, you know, Saturday, The Outside, Shy Away when it came out, their first time coming back, and just being able to see everything that they do this year, and just with this album, it's been creative, it's been amazing, and this is one of the albums that I really have on repeat for the whole year. And it would be a perfect album if it wasn't for Bounce Man, but that doesn't stop it from being every other song being great. I mean, you got Redecorate, No Chances, like Saturday. Every song off this album is like repeatable, and this is like probably one of the albums that I listen to on repeat for the whole year. But at number 1 is Sour by Olivia Rodrigo. This album is definitely one of my favorite albums of all time as well, but it's definitely number 1. It's deserving of number 1. The lyrics are very connecting, and it sounds like something I would write. The album, just production, sounds like literally this is like an album that I feel like I would make, you know, like just the production and the vocals and like like the lyrics as well. This album is so connecting to me, and it'll be forever a classic in my history of reading. You got Good For You, Driver's License, Deja Vu, Traitor, Favorite Crime. Basically the whole album, you could say, are amazing songs, and it's just every song is like a perfect song by itself, you know. And I love this album. I have it on repeat for a while, and it's definitely worthy of #1. Thanks for watching my top 25 albums of 2021, and thanks for watching.